And now, demonstrating banking without waiting, Magic Johnson. Magic starts a fast break, moves down the floor past the long lines, drives to the Michigan Money fast teller. He slips his card towards the machine. It's in! Look how he lays up those deposits, passes his money from savings to checking, and picks off those withdrawals. Bank without waiting, like magic, with fast teller at Michigan National Bank. What a bank shot!
What up, y'all? It's Chris Weathers, aka Shorty C94, back at you again with more sneaker-related content, and we're back with another episode of Purchase or Pass. Now, this is a little late. I had some technical difficulties, but, back, and we'll get into the first shoe. Before we get into the first shoe, there have been some notable releases this week. T-Mac 2, I actually did an anticipation video for it. Those came back. The D-Rose 1 came back. So Adidas is starting to go into their, their basketball archives from the 2000s and 2010s, reviving T-Macs and D-Roses. The D-Rose 1 is celebrating its 10-year anniversary from 2011. But other than that, I know they came out with LeBron 18 Fireberry. It's a low-top LeBron 18, so it's nice that the Fireberry colorway is back. Kind of takes me back to 2012 when the LeBron 9 lows were out and they had the Fireberry low, and then they put that colorway on the Hyperposit. I always believed that the Hyperposit was supposed to be the LeBron 10. Believe that, but that's for another video. So getting into today, February 4th, Adidas released 4 Ultra Boost 21s. So they released an all red one. They released a solar yellow one, which is white, black, and yellow with a little bit of pink. They released an ash pearl one, which kind of has a dark coral theme to it. It looks kind of feminine. You got halo silver. That's the 4th one. Those are all passes. Not for $180. And today, the shoe everybody wanted this week, the Nike Dunk Ambush. Now, I'm embarrassed to say that I completely forgot about them. So that was a shoe I was planning on going for. But again, I was so into my own stuff that I completely forgot about it. We travel on to February 5th, and we have a 3-way collab between Diadora, Greenhouse, which is a Foot Locker app, and Garrickson, which is a kind of do-it-yourself cut and sew Philadelphia workshop / boutique. So, voice cracking like a mug. I didn't think I would be in my 40s with my voice cracking, but it's all good. But anyway, the shoe is called the Diadora Duratech Elite, and the colorway is called Limitless. This colorway was apparently designed by a bunch of high school and college kids collaboratively. So the colorway is combinations of blues and pink that symbolize the breakdown of gender stereotypes, and the holographic logo represents inclusivity among all. It was really a product created to fight discrimination, and it's something I can definitely respect. They do come out tomorrow, which is February 5th, on the Greenhouse app. They're supposed to be $175, and it's a collab 3 ways, so it's probably going to be pretty limited. So I would download the Greenhouse app and get right on that if you're interested in them. So next for February 5th, we have Adidas coming back with the ZX 9000. This colorway is called YCTN, which is an abbreviation for Yucatan. It's a nice shoe. It's got all kinds of premium leather and suede all over with different kind of stitching. There isn't really any color to the shoe other than the yellow and blue that is atop of the tongue. Pretty plain, but it's still a themed sneaker, so it's probably, going to be limited. They are going to be on Adidas.com tomorrow, and they will be $160. So we have another Adidas offering. This time it's Adidas coming back with Pharrell and the Adidas NMD HU in the cream colorway. So this colorway has a white upper. The NMD panels on the side are white, and the smaller one closer to the front of the shoe is blue. And you've got black and white cables, and you've got black lettering on the upper, which appears to be prime knit. So again, nice. It's a Pharrell shoe. So to me, Pharrells are kind of like Yeezys, where if you don't have one already, it's because you don't want it. It's nothing I have to have, and I love Pharrell. But if you're interested, they will be $220, and they're supposedly going to be on Adidas.com. Next, for February 5th, Under Armour is unveiling their Black History Month collection. It's in partnership with Baltimore photographer and activist Devin Allen. He says, "I wanted people from places like Baltimore, Oakland, Chicago, and Detroit to be proud of their cities because our communities have so much to offer, so much to celebrate. Photography can open doors. By teaching kids how to document the world, express themselves, and capture what they see, we can strengthen their futures through art." The shoes from the collection include the Curry Flow 8, the Under Armour HOVR Phantom 2, the Forge RC, and the Spawn 3. The collection will be available on UnderArmour.com and at select retailers. There isn't any word on the pricing of the shoe. So for the 6th, which is Saturday, the first shoe we have is the New Balance 237, which is a new silhouette, but it's actually modeled after the 327. Now, this particular colorway coming out has a mainly blue upper, but some of the panels feature red. The N is white and fairly large, and you've got other panels that are yellow and green. So it's a whole multicolor, thing with that, which is good. It makes it easy to wear, and those are going to be $85. They actually aren't that bad. They're not bad at all, actually. Okay, next for February 6th, we have another Nike Zoom Freak 2. This pair is called Play for the Future. So looking at the shoe, it's got all blue upper. It's kind of an Arctic or a lighter blue. Looks a little different than Carolina blue, but not that far away. And the swoosh appears to have kind of the space hippie regrind thing that Nike has been doing, which probably plays into the title Play for the Future. Actually, this appears to be an Asia drop first, so there is actually no release for the US. Probably wouldn't even put this in the video if I would have realized that. So they come out on February 6th, which is Saturday, in Asia for the regular retail price of $120. Okay, so next for February 6th, we have an offer from Anta. It's probably the first time they've been featured on this channel. Anta, to me, is best known for being the choice of footwear for Klay Thompson. Plays for Golden State. Pretty sure you know who he is. But anyway, they actually made a shoe for Gordon Hayward. And this is the Anta GH2 Racing. So this shoe is supposedly tapping into Gordon Hayward's heritage or his personal history, since he's from Indiana. I guess he's from Indianapolis. That's supposed to be indicative of the Indianapolis 500. So next, for February 6th, we have the Nike Air Jordan 5 Anthracite. So basically, it's just your standard Jordan 5 as far as shape, but the panels are different materials. You've got the toe cap, which appears to be anthracite suede. You've got the mid panel. The toe and the mid panel appear to be this other kind of textile material. I'm not even going to get into it. It basically just looks like a mix to me of a Union 4 and an Off-White 5. But affordable and available to the public without having to try to go through hoops and, take L's or whatnot. It's available for you. Definitely has a do-it-yourself Off-White kind of vibe. It's just not for me. If you have the black metallics unless you just like fives. And I know a few people. Shout out to Mrs. DMV Soul, Chantel. I know a couple people who just like fives, but it's not for me. Okay, next for February 6th, we have another Air Jordan. This is the Nike Air Jordan 12 Low Super Bowl 55. It's just not, like, 12s never should have been made lows. Certain shoes that just don't look right low to me, and they never will. I just don't think that the 12 looks good as a low. I mean, if they made this a regular Air Jordan 12 mid, it would look a lot like the black and reds many of you call the flu games. The best thing about this shoe to me is the gold Jumpman plate. I just don't like them. The liner is nice. This is a historic Super Bowl for many reasons. I wish they could have celebrated it better with the shoe. They could have came out with a different shoe. All right. So next, for February 6th, we have a Bathing Ape, which I love a Bathing Ape clothes. A lot of the things they've done with clothes have been so original. But to me, the shoes are the exact opposite. They have a collab with Gunna for a Bapesta. They've switched it up a little bit where it doesn't look completely like an Air Force One. But it still looks a lot like an Air Force One. The colorway, it looks like a Pine Green 1 2.0 on this faux Air Force One. It's not for me. That's all I'll say. It's not for me. Okay, the next shoe is another New Balance. It is the New Balance 5740 Valentine's Day. The 5740 is another one, sort of like the 237 we just went over, where it's an updated version of a classic New Balance model. In this case, the 5740 is an updated 574. And they've come out with a few limited colorways that were multicolored. This one is probably going to be limited too. It's for Valentine's Day. So you've got a dark pink, kind of a fuchsia upper, sort of like the Ambush Dunks, same color. But it appears to be suede mesh as far as the construction. You've got this articulated midsole here. Kind of has an LD waffle kind of feel to it. The best thing about the shoe is that it's $100. The 237 is $85. So to me, even though New Balance is hot because of the 992 and the collabs with Jown and Joe Fresh Goods and stuff, even for people who can't get those, these other silhouettes are affordable. And, to me, I feel like New Balance is kind of even past Adidas in some ways, to where it's Nike and then it's New Balance. That's just me. I don't really have any problems with this shoe. It's just not something I have to have. Okay, the next shoe for the 6th is the Nike Air Force One Experimental and Arctic Punch. Now, this looks like it's a part of the D-Type series, where it's got the little N.354. It's been seen on D-Type Blazers, D-Type Daybreaks. So this is the first time I've seen it on an Air Force One. Apparently, this upper looks the way it does with the soft pink and the shininess because it's allegedly been vacuum sealed somehow. I do like the off-white kind of do-it-yourself nature to it, but it's still being an affordable and available shoe, at least we hope. I like it. I'm into it. It's $120. I'm going to try to get it. Usually I don't like pull tabs on Air Force Ones. That's why I didn't really care for any of the Air Force One utilities. But I like it here. They've got an exposed tongue. Something else going on with the fronts. Probably got those weird loops they put around some of the laces on the Air Force Ones. I'm here for it. So I'm going to try to get them. Now, lastly, we have another Bathing Ape. This one is called the Skatesta. So basically, instead of them making a shoe that looks like an Air Force One or a Roadster that looks like an Air Max, they've gone with this Skatesta that looks like a mix of Nike Dunk Low, and you sprinkle in a little bit of the Pony M100. Like, this would be a nice colorway if it was a Dunk. It kind of looks like a Mars Yard kind of thing going on. You got the little weird plate that says 93 on it where I guess it doesn't look too much like a dunk. But this kind of stuff is what makes me understand why Nike and Bape have never collaborated before. Because if I were Nike, I'd be like, yeah, So these are a Magic Johnson pass. Anyway, I mean, at $289, nah. So anyway, appreciate you guys for watching. I'm sorry the video is a couple days late because of my technical difficulties, but make sure and like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you already aren't, at ShortyC94, and we'll see you soon. Peace.